Hey everyone, it's Nitij here. Today we will see how we can integrate Azure Maps into a React application. We will build a simple application that displays a map on one side and a list of locations on the other. This is one of the most common scenarios which we might come across when we have to render a data-driven map. So this guide is perfect for those looking to incorporate mapping solutions into their React projects. So let's get started. This is the final product that we are going to build. You can see that on the left side there are locations for hypothetical dealers, and on the right side on the map the dealers are located and they are marked by using map markers. When we will click on any of the marker, then we can see which dealer is associated with this marker's location. So this is dealer 1 and this is dealer 4, this is dealer 3, and so on and so forth. Now before we can start to code our React application to integrate this Azure map, first we have to set up Azure Maps in the cloud. So there is a dedicated page which lists down the steps which we have to take to set up the Azure's interactive search map. The steps indicate that first we have to open up the Azure portal, and then we have to search for Azure Maps, and then we have to provide all of this information such as the subscription, the resource group. If it's not there, then we can create a new one, the name of the Azure Map account, the pricing tier, etc. So if we will see in the portal, then we can simply first search for the Azure Maps in this search bar. So Azure Maps, it says Azure Maps accounts. So just click on it and then click on this create. When you will do that, then you can select all of these values that were listed in this quick start page and finally click on this review plus create button. When you will do that, then your Azure Maps account will be created like this one. So I will show you what information is included in this Maps account. The important stuff is first of all the authentication, from where we are going to fetch our primary key that we are going to use. So this is the key that we will be using in our client React application. The second important information that you have to provide is the CORS information, or the cross origin resource sharing whitelist that we have to provide. If we will not provide this CORS information, then we will not be able to test our local application. So I have provided the URL as localhost 3000. This is the one on which our React application is going to get hosted locally. Alright, now it's time to start writing our React code to integrate the Azure Maps. The first thing that we need to do is to install the required dependencies for the Azure Maps control and Azure Maps drawing tools. This can simply be done by executing the command npm install and the dependency names, which are these ones. So after the dependencies have been installed, let's open up the app.js file. So first I am going to remove all the default stuff from over here, and let's first add the list of mock dealer locations that we are going to mark on our Azure interactive map using the markers. So these are all the mock dealers. Let me just zoom in a little more. Now the JSX which is going to be returned is going to have the dealers on the left hand side and the Azure Maps on the right hand side. But first let's just create the component to render our Azure map. So for that I will open up the src folder and let's create a new folder with the name components, and inside this components folder I will create another folder with the name Azure Maps, and let's create a new file in this folder with the name index.jsx. Now I'm just going to use a shortcut to create the arrow function component. So Azure Maps. Okay, so the documentation to work with Azure Maps is given over here in this GitHub repo with the name Azure Maps code samples. You can access the repo from over here. You just have to scroll down, and then over here you can see the link which is given, interactive search quickstart.html. This is just one of the page for the quick start, but on the left hand side you will see the folders for each of the different scenarios and features that you can access and enable for your Azure Maps. So you just have to select any specific folder and then open up the file which is relevant for you and then use the code which is given in that file. But I will not go much into this repo. I will show you directly how to render the Azure Maps in our React application. So for this component, the first thing that I will do is to add the props for our maps subscription key and for our dealer list. So subscription key and then dealers. So we will use the dealers list to add the markers on our map. We will also need to import a couple of maps related dependencies. So import everything as Atlas from Azure Maps control, and we also need to import the dependency for the maps control CSS file. Now inside this component, the first thing that we need to do is to create a ref for our map element. So const map ref equals to use ref, and then the initial value is going to be null. Now to load the maps, we will use an effect function. So use effect, and then we will provide a callback as an argument. So use effect, and this effect function is only going to be run when either the subscription key or the dealers are going to be updated. So I'm going to provide these two as the values for our dependency array. Inside the use effect callback function, let's first create a variable for our map, which we are going to later use to dispose the map when this component is going to be unmounted. So let's create a function to load the map. So const load map equals to a new arrow function. Now inside this function, we will initialize the map by calling new atlas dot map, and then we will provide first the element that we are going to use to render the map, which is going to be indicated by our map ref dot current property. So map ref dot current, and then let me just zoom out a little so that you guys can see much more code. So map ref dot current, and then we need to provide an options object, and the first value is going to be the auth options. So auth options, and for auth options, first we have to provide the auth type, which is going to be atlas dot authentication type dot subscription key, and then we have to provide the value for the subscription key, which we can fetch from our prop. So subscription key, which is this one. All right, next we are going to provide the information where we want to center the map. So center, so normally we want to center the map at 0,0 coordinates, but what we can do is let's center the map with the first dealer's location, and if that is not available, then use this fallback value of 0,0. So if dealers dot length is more than 0, then we are going to use the array. Let me just show you the value in the individual dealer objects. So position is indicated by an array with x and y values. So we are just going to use dealers first dealer index, and then dot position and positions first item, which is going to indicate the x value. And similarly for y, we can use positions second item, and if that is not available, then we will fall back to 0,0. All right, and let's also provide the zoom value. So for zoom, we will provide the value of 10, and for view, we will provide the value of auto. Now all of these properties and their values can be found in the code samples as well. Now this code is enough to initialize a basic map, but in order to add the markers for each of the dealers, we have to check when the map is ready. So when the map becomes ready, then we will add individual markers. So map.events.add, and then the event name is ready, and we have to provide a function as an argument over here, which is going to be called. So we are going to iterate over the dealers collection to add the marker for each individual dealer. So dealers dot for each, and then let's provide a function as an argument, and for each of the function calls in each iteration, we will get the individual dealer as an argument. So first let's create the marker. So our marker is going to be initialized as a new atlas dot HTML marker, and we need to provide a bunch of options. The first one is going to be the marker color. So the marker color that we are going to use is going to be the Dodger blue, which is a similar blue color that we normally see for map markers. And for text, we are just going to use the value as D, which will indicate our dealer. And then for position, the position is going to be our individual dealer's position. So I'm just going to copy the position values from over here, but instead of dealers 0, we just need to use the current dealer over here. So dealer.position.0 as X value and dealer.position 1 as Y value. Now we have created the marker. Now let's create the pop-up for the marker. So for that, let's create a new pop-up. So const pop-up equals to new atlas dot pop-up, and then let's provide the content for the pop-up. So the content is going to be the HTML content. So content is going to be, I'm just going to provide the HTML as a template string. So div, the style is going to be padding of 10px. This is for the pop-up, not for the marker. So when we will click on the marker, then this pop-up will show up, and this style is going to be applied for that pop-up. Now in the first line, we are going to show the dealer's name. So dealer dot name, and let's add a line break. And in this second line, we are going to show the dealer's dot address. So dealer dot address. Let's also provide an offset value, so pixel offset. So we are going to provide the offset value for y-axis. So for x we will provide as 0, and for y we will provide -30. Now to use this pop-up with our markers, we are going to add the marker click event. So when the marker is going to be clicked, then we have to open up the pop-up. So map dot events dot add, and this is going to be the the click event and for our markers, and then we have to provide the callback function. So when this function is going to be called, then we just need to open up the pop-up. So pop-up dot open, and then we have to provide our map as an argument. But before we open the pop-up, we have to update its position as well. So that can be done by simply calling popup dot set options, and then we have to provide the options for the position. So the position is going to be an array with x and y values. So for that, I'm just again going to provide the dealer position 0 and 1 array values. And I think we also need to provide the updated content as well every single time the pop-up is going to be opened up. So what I'm going to do is I will remove this content from over here, and let's provide this content in this pop-up options. So after this event is added, we can simply add all the markers and all the pop-ups. So map dot markers dot add, and then let's provide this marker that we are adding in each iteration as an argument. And similarly, we can add all the pop-ups. So map dot pop-ups dot add, and then let's also provide our current pop-up as an argument. Finally, let's call our load map function. But before that, let's do one more thing. We have to check if the HTML element associated with our map ref is loaded or not. If it's not, then we will simply return. So if not map ref dot current, then simply return, otherwise load map. And finally, if load map is called, then we have to provide a cleanup function as a return value. So return, and then if map is available, then we will simply call map dot dispose. And finally, for this div, I'm going to remove this Azure Map div text content, and I will simply provide the ref attribute value. So ref is going to be map ref. Let's also provide the class name. So for class name, I'm going to use Tailwind's utility classes. So for class names, I'm going to set the width and height as 100% values, so h full and w full. Alright, so our Azure Maps component is finished, and now it's time to integrate this Maps component in our app component. Now in our app component, first I'm going to remove these two imports, and then let's import our Azure Maps component first. Now we already have the mock dealer list. All we need to do is to return the HTML to render the dealer list on the left side and the maps on the right side. So for that, I'm going to first style our main div, which is going to be flex and hscreen. Hscreen class simply means that the height is going to take the entire screen. Now let's add two divs over here. First one is going to be for our dealer list, and the second one is going to be for our Azure Maps. Now for dealer list, I'm going to add the expression, so dealers dot map, and I'm going to provide a function. So instead of this parenthesis, I'm just going to use curly brackets to directly return the value. So for each dealer, we will return a div where the div's key is going to be our dealer ID. So dealer dot ID, and then inside each div, first we will return h2 heading, so h2, and then dealer dot name, and then we will provide the dealer's address, so dealer dot address. Now for the right hand side div, we will render the Azure Maps, so Azure Maps component. And for our Azure Maps, first we need to provide the subscription key, which I will add in a moment, and we will also have to provide the dealers list, which is simply dealers. Now as I have mentioned before, the authentication tab has our private key, which is the subscription key that we have to use. So simply copy it from over here and then paste it inside our subscription key prop value, or you can also use an environment variable, which should be more preferable when it comes to using any kind of keys either in the client application or on the server side. But for the sake of simplicity in this code example, I'm just going to paste it directly over here. Now we also need to style all of these divs, otherwise we will not see them being placed in the correct layout. So I'm just going to quickly add all the classes that we need. So I have added all the classes, and now it's time to see if our code is working or not. So our dealer list and our map has been rendered, but it looks like that there is something wrong with the default positioning. So let's check out our code and see what's wrong with it. Alright, let's open up our Azure Maps component. Alright, I think the problem is that there is a typo with the property name. It should be center. Now let's save it. Alright, now our map is showing up with all the markers, but we are only seeing the 4 markers. Let's just zoom out. Alright, so this is the 5th marker. Now let's click on each of the markers to see if the pop-up is opening up correctly or not. So this is dealer 5, and this is dealer 3, and this is dealer 2, this is dealer 4, and this is dealer 1. So it looks like our map is integrated successfully by using all the mock dealers that we have added. And guys, that would be everything that this video has to offer. We have just successfully integrated Azure Maps into our application, complete with a list of locations and interactive map markers. This setup can serve as a foundation for more complex mapping solutions in your project. If you found this tutorial helpful, then please consider subscribing to stay updated with more content like this. Your support helps me to create more tutorial videos like this one. Thanks for watching and happy coding!